Haven't had that up in a while. Hello, 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 everyone. We are now live on Zoom and YouTube. Thank you for joining me this evening. Finish studying. Okay, I'm just logging in. Just give me one moment for me to get started. So while that's loading in the background, let's go ahead and get started so we can get out of here on time. I like to keep you guys less than 30 minutes because I do respect your time. Um, let's go over. All right, good evening, and Zoom. I am Kesha P. I am a content writer with Love and Smiles Professional Business Consulting. I just want to say thank you for joining me tonight with Control AI Create. In this session, you'll learn how to leverage your AI writing assistant to generate professional, clear, and engaging content. So, whether you're a small business owner, an entrepreneur, or a content writer, AI can enhance your workflow and ensure your content aligns with your brand's voice and goals. So, before we dive in the comments, whether you're on YouTube, I do have it up, or you're in Zoom, let me know what challenges do you face with content creation. Is it the brainstorming part? Is it repeating? I had that issue a lot in the beginning. I my content consistently repeated, and it was mainly because of me. And then when I say that, it was because of the what I entered into the input, right? So when you are um, creating your content, what is a number one pain point for you? If you're watching the replay, make sure you comment as well because I'll be sure to comment. So before we move forward, I want to take a moment to talk about who this presentation is for. This presentation is for individuals who struggle with effective AI prompts, causing you to spend too much time creating business content. Now, this can be emails, reports, blogs, presentations. By the end of this session, it is my hope that you feel more confident with your AI writing assistant. A little bit too far. Use this one. There we go. To achieve the best AI content, you must first master the art of prompting. There are six key components to crafting an effective AI prompt. That is AI persona, tone of voice, writing style, audience persona, the actual prompt, and then the human insight. By understanding and implementing these components, you can ensure AI generated content is precise, engaging, and aligns with your goals. So first up is your AI persona. Think of your AI persona as a character or a role that your AI embodies. This is essential because it sets the context, influences the language and perspective used. For example, if you're writing a business proposal, assigning the AI, the role of a business analyst ensures the output is strategic and data driven, right? Um, You can find inspiration for your AI personas by researching job descriptions on employment sites. So, this is what I like to do. Like, let's say, for instance, I am about to write a blog. So, one of my clients owns a lawn service company. I did a lot of research. I'm not the most green thumb person, right? So, in order to write for him, I had to research like quite a bit. And so, one of the things I would do, especially when you're preparing You want to say more than just a gardener, right? So I personally would type in the a description of what the person did on their job, and then like what the job search agent will do is give you a list of titles. Under the titles, like go in each one. When you go in each one and look, they have uh not only requirements, like the job titles itself, so you'll know exactly what to call it, but like the requirements and how many years of service and any additional certifications that you may need. So, that's sitting on the sunny side of awesome. I personally utilize the AI writing assistant for that very reason. Tone of voice dictates how the message feels to the reader. So, like, whether professional, authoritative, or optimistic, the right tone ensures alignment with your brand's personality. Maintaining consistency in tones across all communication channels enhances brand identity and audience trust. A style guide is a valuable tool in achieving this. So this is what I do. So like start small. Here's a practical tip, right? Start small. Take one type of communication. So it could be a blog, a thank you email, a newsletter, infuse it with different tones, try different styles of language, test it with your audience, learn what sparks more connection and what you can, maybe not so much of the excitable tone, maybe I'll stay conversational, right? So learn what your audience reacts to. So your writing style determines how structured and formal your content appears. A persuasive writing style is ideal for marketing, whereas an analytical style suits reports. Matching your writing style to your audience preferences enhances engagement and readability. So I would suggest using bullet points, using paragraphs, however you need to write it. Make sure that you write it, and make sure that your writing style is it matches what it's for, right? So you wouldn't put a million bullet points inside of a blog article. In the same notion, in a social media post, you wouldn't put 17 paragraphs. So you just pay attention to the content that you're using it for. Audience persona. So understanding your audience persona ensures your content is relevant and compelling. A nonprofit may write differently for donors versus corporate sponsors. Researching your audience's preferences, challenges, and motivations help you create impactful content that resonates with them. So, who is your primary audience? What are their purchase patterns? How many times do they have to view your product before they purchase your product? Mhm. And what little nuggets can you give to like reel them in? So, understanding your audience is it's more than just about how old they are, which I mean, that's important too, because it also speaks to maturity level on some people, not all, but it also has income. What income bracket are they in? For example, I one of my clients, such an amazing program. He has such an amazing program. I don't want to talk too much about what he does, but he has a program and it helps to build homes, right? So he his idea in his heart were for those who or Social Security or low income housing, right? But when he told me how much it costs per month, like by day, I'm a caseworker. So the first thing I thought about was, okay, Social Security income is this much in this month. And I don't know if someone on Social Security is willing to pay almost $1,700 a month uh, for a particular style of house that's not low income, especially when my check may only be 2,200. So these are the things you need to understand. Like, what are their purchase power? What is the purchase power, their buying power? Like, how much disposable income? And is your product or service a necessity? because if it's a necessity, you can price it a little bit differently, but what if it's not? So a well-structured prompt is the key to getting high-quality AI-generated content. The more detailed and specific your instructions, the better the AI understands the task. Don't hesitate to include examples, formatting preferences, keywords to guide your AI's response effectively. Listen, there has been times where I've even included a full-on example because you have anywhere from 8 to 10,000 characters or words, depending on the AI writing assistant that you utilize. You have all of this space and all of this range to include information, and why not use it? Why not use it? While AI is a powerful tool, it should complement and not replace your human expertise. Incorporating personal insights, industry trends, and real world examples makes AI generated content more engaging and credible. So, like, use your knowledge, use your experience, refine the AI outputs, don't just use them as they are, include your human input, right? So, how do you currently incorporate your personal insights into your content creation? Do you say, write me a blog post on the molecules of water? Or do you have your research, your bullet points? Like I write naturally utilizing bullet points. When I have to sit down and write a paper, I literally have to, just like right now, I'm creating prompt books, right? These are what's coming out. The very first thing I did was sat down and wrote an outline. That's the first thing I did. But in this time I typed it. Sometimes I write it. Do what's comfortable for you. And as you can see, I still write on the paper. So, um, how do you add your human insight? How do you add your human touch? How do you add your expertise? Do you say, this is where I want this article to go? Even if it's not an opinion piece, like, these are the parameters. This is what I want my audience, when my audience read this is what I want them to take away from this piece. So next up is applying the 6 components. Um, for those of you who are on YouTube or even on Zoom, I have 2 screens. Oh, excuse me. For those of you who are on the East Coast, it's like 10 o'clock at night. But I have 2 screens, so I'll be looking this way because that is the screen I will be entering the information on because it currently has the slides. But let me, uh-oh, let me pull this out. I'm going to pull up my AI writing assistant, and then I'm going to pull up, which I didn't copy it. I should have pre-copied, but I didn't. Uh-oh. I have my prompt already in a Word document. I want it to open over here, but it looks like it's about to open over here. Let's do this. Those are the links and everything for the presentation. All right, so let's copy this. So I'm actually repurposing a, oh, I'm actually repurposing a blog article. That's what I'm asking my AI writing assistant to do, to repurpose a blog article. So my prompt is, or my task is to repurpose the blog article below, brainstorm 10 to 15 topic ideas. For each idea, provide an overall theme, topic, a brief summary, and 5 keywords, right? And topic ideas in various formats. Let's add that in various formats. And then in parentheses, let's do video, uh, script, talk, a script. What is it? It's not a talk, it's a lecture. There we go. Post, carousel. Hey, Lord. and let's press enter. Down to the bottom, the video. There we go. A 5-minute video explaining why effective writing is a critical skill for entrepreneurs with examples on how to pitch on impact pitches, emails, and social media. I actually like that. Scroll down. Oh, turn into a blog series, a YouTube tutorial, how to write persuasive emails. I like that actually. Let's put this on here so we can see it in a bigger screen. All right, so our writing assistant gave us quite a few options, like the video Mastering Entrepreneur Writing, a webinar, Writing Techniques for Entrepreneurs, a 45-minute. So I'll try my best not to do 45 minutes. My goal is to keep it between 20 and 30 minutes, any webinar that I do, because I do believe that taking in small pieces of information is more beneficial than having me sit there for 2, 3 hours at a time. So that I would probably shorten it just a little bit, but always you can do it to your liking, right? An Instagram carousel. For some reason, carousel spelling it blanked out in my head, so that's why I didn't put that in there. 5 writing tips for entrepreneurs. Quick actionable writing advice. I actually like that. LinkedIn post, the power of storytelling in business. That's actually a great topic. So, what happens if you find a topic? This is what I do. Um, Me personally, I would like copy. Oh, you can't see that. I would copy this section, put it on a Word document, print the document, and then I would write my notes. And then once I have my notes to my liking, I will type it up. If like my fingers hurt, because sometimes they do, they cramp up, I will open up a Google Doc, put it to a Google, put it to a Google Doc, and then use the bullet points to add my information on there as well. Um, oh, a podcast episode, Overcoming Writing Challenges as an Entrepreneur. I like that actually. 10 writing hacks for entrepreneurs. Okay, I like that. Maybe not, I'm not on Twitter. So maybe, how does that work on Twitter, right? Bite-sized writing advice. So it'll be 10 tweets. So maybe instead of 10 tweets, threads. Oh, maybe I'll get on threads because I think if you have a Facebook page, you have a thread already. So online course module, effective writing for entrepreneurs. That might be a good class. The anatomy of persuasive, Lord, I just stuttered. The anatomy of a persuasive message, a visual breakdown of persuasive writing, a 1-page infographic showing the key elements of persuasive writing, such as empathy, facts, and emotional appeal. I wish, like, the written language is beautiful to me. And I think certain people, they have an eye for graphics and graphic design and things like that. I think if I were to attempt to do an infographic, it would just be like, you remember the stick people? It'll be something along the quality of that, right? So I don't quite think I'll do that one, but a TikTok series, okay, quick writing tips for entrepreneurs. I actually like that. A series of 30-second TikToks focusing on one tip, how to write strong call to action, the power of an active voice. I like that. That's a good one. All right. So a slide deck, a blog series, a YouTube tutorial, a printable checklist. Hmm. As a freebie on the website, maybe, or right underneath your YouTube channel. That's actually a great idea. So, as you can see, you can do however you want to do it. And as you can also see from earlier, how I added some information directly to the prompt. So no prompt is perfect. All prompts can be edited. You can add to it, you can remove from it. Let's say, for instance, I didn't want to do all of this, right? We can go back to the main prompt. I wonder if I can copy this, or do I have to go through and pull it out again? I have to pull it out again. Here, hold on. It should still be, yeah, highlighted over here. So let's say, for instance, let's get a blank piece of paper. And scroll all the way to the top. Hold on. What did I do? I didn't copy it all, did I? Let's get a blank one again. Oh, here we go. I'm like, wait a minute. All right. So let's say, for instance, we leave it exactly like this, right? Except maybe instead of technical, let's put creative writing. Let's do creative with a bulleted list for easy scanning, just to show you a difference in it, right? And instead of a professional tone, let's do charismatic and informational. And then the audience can stay the same. My human insight was the same because it's the copy. And instead of repurposing it into topic ideas, why don't we turn it into a TED Talk style script, right? So repurpose the blog article below into a TED Talk lecture script. Okay. So understand that it doesn't have to be 2 to 3 sentences. It can be one, right? So experienced content repurpose strategist with expertise, excuse me, in lectures. Hmm. In educational lectures. All right. So now let's press enter for send and see what it does. We should get something vastly different than what we received here. Oh, stage lights dim. Oh, I like it. It gave me tips. It told me to smile warmly. Oh, I love it. Stage lights dim. A single spotlight finds a speaker on stage. The speaker walks forward with confident, open posture, making eye contact with the audience. I love it. Oh, wow. What's the single most powerful yet overlooked tool in every entrepreneur's toolbox? It's not your business plan. It's not your funding. It's not even your groundbreaking idea. Oh, I love it already. It's your words. I love this. Oh, I love this. So have fun with it. Have fun. I cannot stress it enough. Have fun with it. Enjoy it. Create your content. Be amazing with it, right? All right, so let's move on. I think I just had a little too much fun with that. All right, so let's quickly recap what we've learned today. The 6 components work together as a cohesive framework to create high quality, tailored content that drives real impact. AI is a powerful assistant. Let me repeat. AI is a powerful assistant, but the best results come from thoughtful prompting and human refinement. Now, I would love to hear what your biggest takeaway from today is. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for being on Zoom. Thank you for being on YouTube. I really appreciate you here today. If you have any questions, now is the perfect time to ask. I want to make sure that you leave with clarity, inspiration, and actionable ideas to take your content strategy to the next level. If you have any questions, you can always email me if you don't want to put it in the chat, or you can always check back on Eventbrite to find out our latest webinars that are going on. Without further ado, I thank you for your time. I thank you for joining us today.